So I bought this beautiful old lantern in a junk shop recently. I tend to buy a lot of old lanterns and replace the ancient glass with stained glass, and sometimes I put bottle bottoms into the glass and make them very decorative, or sometimes just plain coloured glass. This one was very, very pretty already. Very nice stained glass panels in it, but all of them were actually broken. I fixed this one already, and one of the side windows I fixed already, but the remaining two, actually they're not too bad. They've just got some broken glass along the top, and I'm just going to demonstrate how you would replace that glass and sort of restore these. I'm also going to resolder all the joints. They seem to have only soldered it on the back side for some reason. I don't really know why, but I think it needs a little bit of strength. This is very, very old lead and it's a bit soft. By resoldering all these joints like I have on this one here, it'll give strength to the overall panel. But I need to get these broken pieces of glass out first, and then I can cut some new glass to replace them. So the first thing to do is take out the old piece of glass, and I'm going to cut the lead just in the corner. Maybe I need to turn that. So take the old pieces out. I've got a colour here that pretty much matches. I'm just going to take a measurement for the width first of all. This is a special ruler actually with a padded base so that it doesn't slide around too much. Get it in position. And I'm using a pair of running pliers to break along this really long score line here. Got to keep my fingers crossed that it's not going to break in the wrong place. There we go. And now I need to work out the length. It's going to sit inside a little channel in the lead, so it needs to come to about there. Now I have to just make sure that this channel inside the lead here is all open. Sometimes they get bent, and if there's any sort of slight kinks in the lead, the glass won't sit in the channel. So this is called a fid. Just going to use it to open that channel out. This one's not too bad. Some of the others were really wonky and bent. Okay. So that's the front. Tease the glass into the It's not going down into there properly. Better. Okay. So now I'm going to get this ready for soldering, and I'm going to keep it really tightly together using horseshoe nails. I have a flat side that sits up against the lead. Just going to make sure just making sure that's all tight. And the first thing I need to do is actually clean up this lead. It's really tarnished, and the solder simply won't stick to it. So I've got some quite coarse wire wool here. And the process of doing this will also clean up the glass a little bit, but it needs to I need to get it back to its original colour. Just cleaning off the bits of wire wool. Now I need to apply a flux, so that what the flux does, it stops the metal from oxidizing when it gets hot, and it allows the solder to adhere to a clean surface. For traditional lead work, you use an old-fashioned tallow candle, and you just put it on every join, just a little. Bit tricky to get in the corners. Okay, and now I just need to wait for my soldering iron to heat up. Okay, I'm ready to solder now. I'm using a special soldering iron for stained glass work, because it needs to be fairly powerful, about 80 to 100 watts, but if you use a regular soldering iron at that power, it can get so hot that it actually melts the lead. So these have a built-in temperature regulator, and it's got a special head on it for smoothing out the solder onto your lead. I'm going to switch on my extractor because I don't want to breathe in the fumes. It's going to be a bit noisy, so I'll mute the sound whilst I'm soldering. So now that's done, I've got to give the glass a good clean, both sides, and wire wool's pretty good for this job, or a little bit of glass polish. Probably take a few minutes. The new solder looks very shiny. You can actually put a patina on to dull it down, but what I've found is that very quickly it actually fades to a sort of duller colour anyway on its own, so I'm not going to really bother with that. But I just need to get this glass really clean. So that's all 4 pieces soldered up and cleaned. Might want another polish. But I'm just going to check that they actually fit back into the lantern. Some broken glass in here. So inside the lantern there are some little tabs that the panels sit inside. These actually often really get broken off in the very old lanterns, so you have to be a little bit careful with them, but just making sure it sits in correctly, and then fold down the tabs. Probably should have done the bottom one first. In fact, there's a piece of clear glass to go in the base, which we'll slip on. In back to front. Big heavy thing this, so that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. This will maybe sit down slightly. I think this one will probably go somewhere in our hayloft with electric lighting in, but often I just put strings of LED solar lights inside and hang them in the garden. They're really pretty. It's another project I've been working on. This is an old mirrored coat and hat stand, wrought iron hat stand, which I put stained glass in. The mirror had broken. I've just replaced that. And under my bench here's a pile of lanterns that are waiting to be restored. I've got loads more upstairs as well, and I'll put some pictures up of ones I've got already in the garden.